welcome to my stream. Thank you so much for joining me today here on Des Create. Today I will be creating something new. I have an idea for some time now floating around in my head on a cute little design that I would like to make. So I thank you so much for joining me today, and I will be sharing this creation with you as I go along. Please bear in mind this has I'm not going to use any pattern or anything to work this design. Right now I'm just going to do a rough little sketch to follow from. I'm going to do a few measurements. I'm going to show you how I break down these measurements and what's my game plan. So I'm just going to sketch right now roughly. This is not going to look like no high-tech sketching design or anything. I'm not no pro at my sketches or anything. I try my best. So yeah, so I'm gonna have a nice thick waistband. I'm gonna decide on how thick I would want that in a bit. And my pants is going to be fairly short. I like to leave my legs to be free. So I like short pants. But with this one, I want a little bit more coverage in my pants. So I'm going to add a nice little frill pattern to it. On the side parts of the pants, I wanted to have just a slight little arch in it, nothing too drastic or deep. I just wanted rounded a bit on the sides. So this is more or less what my pants will look like. Probably be a little bit higher there. Maybe not. Kind of like a big waistband and shorter bottoms. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, all that as my band. No, yeah, that's a weird looking pants. It has no shape whatsoever, but yeah, we'll call it a pants. So with my pants, I want to keep that waistband nice and flush, and then in this area here is where I want to start my frill pattern. So I'm just going to add a little sketch of a frill here. Just gonna give it some waves. I'm just gonna shade it in. Everything is gonna be the same color, but I just want to shade it in just so I know what I'm working with. That's a frill. Yeah, so nothing fancy with my sketching. It's just a little reference for me as I go through my creative process. So I'm gonna have, I want to say three frills, but it's not actually three frills because I will have a whole frill up top. Then I will have a second frill that runs right below this one that is also a whole frill. And then on the bottom parts, I think I need these a little bit smaller. It's too long. On the bottom part for the legs, I'm gonna have a frill run on each one of the legs. So there. Now I'm just going to rough estimate where I have the connection in there for this one. Roughly there. Just eyeballing it for now. And add that little frill. I'm just going to shade it in once more. going to give it a less shade than the top one, just so I can distinguish the two frills from each other. Everything will just be the solid blue that I have. Now on my bottom part, the frill pattern for the bottom of the legs will start right where that little curve goes up on the corner. So right there, I'm going to attach my frill, and I'm going to try to make each one of my frills the same length. So here, just a little reference, and I'm going to, it's going to be circular frills, so you won't really see here where it separates from each other. Hopefully, what I see in my head, it's just going to like mesh, but sometimes what you see in the head is not what comes out. So yeah, we'll find out together what will happen with this piece. So I'm just going to shade this one in a different than the other one, just to distinguish it. So we have 3 different frills here. Now for my 3 frills, the pattern that I'm going to use is the circular cut pattern. So with the circular cut pattern, you have a square or a rectangular fabric, and you're going to fold it in a way that you get this center part where you can just cut that circle out. And when you fold it, when you cut it, it will look like a triangle, but when you open it out, it will be a circle. So from this center part, I'm not going to throw that away, that little piece I'm going to cut out from the middle. I'm going to save that for my top design that I have, and I'm going to work on that on another street. I'm going to try to just focus on the little pants for now. And I'm just going to put that aside for my later project. From here, I'm going to figure out what length I want these frills, and then I'm going to put that distance right here, and I'm just going to measure all around to make it symmetrical. My circle is definitely not, but I'm going to measure when I get to that part, and I'm going to cut there, and then I'm going to cut again, and I'm going to try to take out as many circles as I can. Yeah, I'm going to try to take out as many as I can. The largest circle I will use for the both leg pieces. What I'll do with that is I will just cut there and there. I'll just cut it in half, cut the circle in half, half for one leg, half for the other. So I'm going to try to cut at least 3. I only have 2 sets here, but I want to get at least 3 out. If not, I'll figure out how to do the other ones, but I would like to get at least 3 solid pieces. I have a pretty nice amount of fabric to work with, so that should be good. Okay, I'm going to start to cut my circle pieces out. So now time for the fold. Yeah, living with a little brown doggy, he gets all over your work. Oh my gosh, I still love him. He's a good dog. He's a good dog. Clearly cotton is not good for being close to your pet with. So I found this cotton fabric at my local fabric store, and I asked the guy where fabric came from, the guy that worked there, and he said the fabric was made in Mexico. I asked him, I was looking for natural. I was trying to find something natural, not acrylic or any of those other material that are pretty hot in hot climates. I wanted cotton. My dog really got onto me. I apologize for the hair. So much fur on my fabric. That's okay. It's not like I'm going to wear it as soon as I finish with it. I'm gonna try to work on the other side. That's just so terrible. Did not know he did that to my fabric. He must have been cuddling with it. He does that from time to time. Okay, so I had to borrow a piece from this for whatever reason. I don't remember right now, but I caught a piece. So I'm just guesstimating there what's the difference. If the piece wasn't missing, then those two corners would be lined up equally. But being that this part is not, it won't be part of the solid circle, so I don't really need it to meet properly there. So I'm just going to guesstimate there and leave it like that. So I joined those two together to find the center point. Now, this is what I'm working with right here. This is the length. So I'm going to take this length, I'm going to hold my corner here, hold my other corner there, and I'm going to try to pair it up on this side. Try to. I will get there. Okay. Maybe a little bit more. I'm just trying to roll that fabric out so I can get to the corner of it there. Kind of rolling back on itself. So I'm just going to try to find there. So that's the same length as that. I'm going to throw that over and I go here. And this is my center here. That's my center. Do I have enough? No, I'm just going to let that point go. Let it fall. And just try to meet it over here. So there, I fold a square. And now I have 4 layers of fabric here. So I can't show you my 4. They're folded over, of course. But this is 1, inner 2, 3, and 4. So I have 4 pieces, and it creates a triangle. So now I'm going to just get my measuring tape over here, and I'm gonna get my chalk, my fabric chalk. And now I'm just going to guess how much I want to take off that middle there. 4. I like 3. 3 makes 6. Bear in mind I will use that center, so right now I'm just trying to calculate how much of that center piece. I'm going to use it for a cup. I'm going to cut it down the half, and then I'm going to fold it into half. It's going to be a shape kind of like this. Yeah, it's going to be a shape like this. This will be the bottom, this will be the top. So I needed at least 8. Oh, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. Alright, I'm just going to mark that 8 there. It seems like so much. I'm still thinking. This is my process. Mark, I think. Very slow process. Yeah, I think I could. Yeah, I think I can handle 8. I'm just going to check the 8 from up top now. I'm just going to mark where it measures 8. And now I want to see how much from that 8 to this tip I have. have to work with. So I have 22. Let me check the other side. It should be the same. A little bit more, it's 23. Okay, so that divided by 3 because it's 3 sets of frills. I don't have to use all of it. I don't know, I'm feeling 4 right now for whatever reason. So I'm gonna cut the center circle out at 8. No, I already measured out the 2 corners and the center, and I'm just going to go from that center point and mark at the 8. I'm just gonna keep doing that until I get a nice outline of where I need to cut. There we go. Okay, now I'm just going to turn my fabric so I could have clear access, and I'm just going to follow that line that I draw. Just gonna save this for later. Now, here I want to just add a few pins, and this is just so the fabric does not move while I am handling it, and everything stays in place so I can get the best cut possible. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for being here. A beautiful day today. So 4, 4, 8, 8, 4, 12. Then I'll still have 10 more. I still have other things to cut. I think 4. I think I'm happy with 4. So now I'm just going to put my measuring tape on the tip, and I'm going to go down to the 4-inch mark and just give it a little mark. I'm going to try to keep them close together. That helps when you're cutting. Then you just follow your guidelines that you have drawn. So I'm just going to keep going with that, just marking my 4, mark my 4. I'm going to, I want to give it a few pins one time, and I don't want to get too close to my line, as I will be running that line with my scissors. So I'm just giving it a little space. There we go. Okay, and I'm just following my guideline now. Just trying to keep my hand as straight as possible. I'm just connecting my lines right now as I cut. I'm being careful with my pins so I don't stab myself. That hurts. Don't want to do that. So this is my first circle. Lovely. So I'm going to use this one for the top. It's not too wide, it's just, I think it's perfect size for the top frill. The second one could be a little bit wider. So that's a 4, and I need at least 4 to stick out on the bottom. So I'm just gonna add, I'm gonna add an inch. I'm gonna turn this second frill to a 5. I'm just gonna write that down on my little notepad over here. So this one is 4 inches. This one is 5 inches. And the last one at the bottom, I'm going to connect it a little bit different than the first and the second, so I won't need a whole inch to do that. Four and a half. I still wanted to be able to peek. So maybe I do it to 5. I'll go ahead and cut the 5 while I ponder on that, what I want. No! Is it like dead? Did it lose its charge? Sorry about that, viewers. Having a little technical difficulties. The screen should be back any moment now. I'll just... Oh, I wanted to mark 5 and now I'm marking 4. Good thing I'm using fabric chalk. It's easier to take off. Came back? Thank you, love. Now I just continue marking off my 5. Sort my way. Putting my tape at the top and just giving it a little notch there, just so I know where to cut. It's gone again, love. Camera. Like, don't be rude. Which one? The off on button? Oh, I'm sorry. Alright, it came back there, but it didn't come back here yet. My phone is what? Oh. Okay. Really sorry about the technical difficulties here, guys. There we go. It's back. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me. Yeah. What's on the computer is what they're seeing. So when it went all rainbow, that's what they were seeing. I'm so sorry, viewers. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to give you the rainbow screen. Rainbow screen! Okay, so I'm happy with that. That is all marked out. And now I'm just going to add a few pins here to hold that section while I cut the other section off. Again? We got poltergeist now? Like, I can't believe this. What is the matter with you, camera? Camera, like, I really want to stream and share my project right now. Like, refuse. Like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I have a viewer and he gave me a thumbs up. I'm so grateful. Thank you for being here with me. Really appreciate it. Is it the camera doesn't have a good charge, or?
It's not charging.
It's not charging. Do you need the GoPro charger, maybe? Put it direct? Give it the direct.
How are you gonna get such a long cable?
I have an extension cord over there.
No.
No?
You're hearing now.
I just had a moment. Act like this. Special.
Special.
Yes. Ow! You cry like a cow. Stop that finger with the pin.
It's working by yourself.
I need like pins that don't pinch. Pinchless pins. Let me see. I'll go ahead and try to figure out how much I want on that next frill. I wonder if I could get away with 4.5 on that next frill. The other one is 5. I'm thinking. It's the creative process, you know? You have to like think really hard.
Not again.
Aww.